Merry Christmas, team, and welcome to the Top Bins Premier League preview for Gameweek 19. All your Boxing Day and festive season matches covered here. As you can see, the word from the last video hasn't helped, and we still haven't seen Mike. Really hoping he gets there for Christmas. Really hoping for a safe return. That strike is never coming back, buddy. Stop looking. Well, let's get stuck into it. We have got a feast of Boxing Day action in the Premier League, as we always do, and it is a great time of year to be watching Premier League football. Your belly full, beer in hand, nothing better to do than watch a few top flight games. And let's start off with the games. The first game of the week will be Fulham hosting Wolves. Now, this does look to be an interesting game. I've got Mike's picks here, so do excuse me. I'm going to have a look in. Mike is picking that Wolves are going to come out and win this one 3-1. Now, that's a big game. Wolves obviously didn't look at the races against Liverpool last week, but it's a big difference in class from the top to the bottom of the league. And 3-1 would seem like a pretty good result, but there's something about that nil result that they got at Newcastle that I like, and I like it a lot. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this game as a 2-2 draw. I just think Ranieri will take a lot, and the defence will take a lot from a clean sheet. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet again, but I think they'll be good for a draw. Next game, we've got Burnley hosting Everton, and this doesn't look like a classic, not by any stretch of the imagination. Mike's picked Everton to win this one 1-0. I think he's being a little kind to Burnley. I think even at Burnley, I think Everton will be reeling from a 6-2 loss to Spurs. The 2 was important there. They still scored 2, and they actually looked good for it. They could have gone ahead at one point. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick Everton to win this one 2-0. Next game, Crystal Palace are hosting Cardiff. Now, I don't know if Mike's done his job or not, but if he is, they might have an extra striker. Probably don't need it after what we saw at the Etihad. Mike's going ahead and he's picking Crystal Palace to win this one 2-1. It's kind of hard to disagree with him there. I think Cardiff at the moment are good for a goal. They certainly have been in the last few weeks, and even against United, they still managed the goal. I think 2-1's a pretty safe bet as well, actually, so I'm going to stick with Mike on this one. He may have the inside word there with that Belgian striker, so I'm going to go with him and go 2-1 as well. Next game, we've got Leicester hosting Man City, and while Leicester did a fabulous job at Chelsea, I just can't see them repeating the dose at home, against Man City. Man City will be absolutely reeling from losing to Crystal Palace at home, a game that they would have thought was 3 points all day, and Pep will have, I'd imagine Christmas won't be quite the same for these guys. I think there might have been, a bit of extra training involved. He'll be absolutely livid with his team. Mike's gone out and picked City to win this one 3-0. He's gone out and picked City to win this one 3-1. I don't mind that. I think that's actually a pretty decent call. I'm going to go 4-1. I'm picking City to come back hard and score a lot of goals. So 4-1 for me, 3-1 for Mike. Both picking a City win. Liverpool host Newcastle, and they'll be feeling pretty confident. Obviously, top of the table and with a bit of a buffer. And against the Newcastle side that are really struggling to score goals at the moment. Mike is picking Liverpool to win this one 4-0, and that is tasty. I think Rafa will be pretty well drilled on what to expect from Anfield, and he'll have his players ready for that. I'm actually only going to pick Liverpool to win this one 3-0. Still picking a Liverpool victory, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game where Klopp maybe gives some others a bit of time as well. Changes it up just a little, give a couple of players a wee rest. And I think 3-0 would still be a pretty good result, keeping them top of the table. Next game, Manchester United host Huddersfield, and this is the home return for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and you've got to expect fireworks here. Mike certainly is. He's expecting 3-0, a clean sheet at home for United, which has been something they haven't done a lot of. I just don't see how Huddersfield are going to find a way through, and if Manchester United play the kind of attacking football they played at Cardiff, 3-0 seems a fair result. So for a second time this week, I'm going to agree with Mike completely, and I'm going to say 3-0. Now, I hope he wasn't too drunk when he made these picks, but I'm agreeing with him anyway. Next up, Spurs will be hosting Bournemouth. This has actually quite an entertaining game written on it. Bournemouth have been good this year, and they really are. They've taken away from their mid sort of table struggler status, and they're looking like a genuine European threat. Mike's picking it to be pretty close. He's picking it 3-2 to Spurs. I think that might be a little kind. I think Spurs, while they are susceptible at the back, At home, I'd expect them to be pretty buoyant after the last game. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick them 3-1 here. I think Bournemouth travelling have found it a lot harder than they have at home. And I think Spurs will be good for a 3-1 win. Brighton hosting Arsenal. It does feel like it's got Arsenal win written all over it, doesn't it? And Mike thinks so. He's picked Arsenal 2-0. I'd love to see your boy Glenn Murray get out there and score a goal, and I'm actually going to pick him to do so. I'm going to pick a 3-1 win here for Arsenal, and I'd love to see Glenn Murray get out there and ditch the Zimmer frame and bag a goal against Arsenal. He's right up there in the goal scoring charts, and he's due another one. So 3-1 for me. Mike's picking Arsenal to win this one 2-0. Watford will be hosting Chelsea. Now this could be interesting. Chelsea obviously reeling after their last result. And Watford buoyant after theirs, travelling to London and picking up 3 points. Mike's actually going to pick this one 2-1 to Watford, which is a big surprise. He's picking that slide to continue. I'm not picking that slide to continue, and yet I'm still not going to pick Chelsea to win this one. I actually think Watford are playing good football at the moment, and I'm going to go ahead and pick this one as a 2-2 draw. Mike does love a fizzy banger every week, and Watford is his fizzy banger here. He's picking them to win that one 2-1. It'll be very interesting to see if that does come about. Brings us to the last game of the weekend, Southampton hosting West Ham. And look, it's really interesting to see Southampton playing so well at the moment. The change of style, the change of manager, it's really working for them. The strikers are firing, the defenders look a lot better. And look, I just like the football they're playing, and I'd love Southampton to stay up. I've long said that they're, I've got a soft spot for them, and I've got not a lot of love for West Ham. Although we did say they stunk of it a lot in the beginning of the season, you'd argue that they've started wearing some antiperspirant, and that stink's gone down a lot. Mike's actually picking this as a 2-2 draw. I'm going to be a little bit tastier than that. I'm going to pick Southampton to win this one 2-1. I just think if they can keep this kind of form going at home, in front of their home fans on Boxing Day, well, this one on the 27th, day after, but it's the feature game of the day, only game of the day, I really see Southampton coming out here with all 3 points. I think West Ham pantsed at home by Watford, Southampton on a bit of a run. Yeah, I'm looking for that to continue. So if we look at last week's results, and we've tightened up the gap quite considerably here. Mike at the moment, he had 6 out of 10 last week, which is a good week for Mike. He's been 4 or 5 for a while now, so I'm pleased for him to get that, but no exact matches. I only got 50% Dave, but I did get 2 exact matches, and that's going to keep me ahead in both races, as you'll see above. Mike 81 and 11, me 86 and 14. So I'm hoping this festive period with these new results, these new picks here, I can go further ahead. Who knows? Mike, if he's come back from his little excursion into the continent to Belgium to try and find that striker, he might get some inside knowledge that I don't know. He is in England. He's got his finger on the pulse. So we're hoping that maybe he'll forge a bit of a comeback here. Status quo at the moment, much like Liverpool, top of the table, having a laugh. Look, Top Bins fans, it's a pleasure as always. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit us up, Facebook.com/Top Bins Fantasy. Hit up the Twitter as well. We love you guys. We love the content. We want to keep you going through the Christmas period. We'll be with you every game week, rain or shine. One of us, 2 of us, hopefully 2 of us next week. I'm missing Mike. I'm missing the big guy and his banter. It's just not the same without him. But get your Christmas jerseys out. Get your Christmas hats out. Have a few ales. Enjoy some food. Enjoy the Christmas period. And we'll be here, right here with you through it. And all the games will be covered. Cheers.